What's the most toxic thing a leader at your company has ever said to you? I'll go first.
The most toxic thing that someone in leadership at my job has ever told me was that I was a get over. So let me tell y'all what the situation was. So in 2017, I was laid off from a job that I had been working for almost 10 years. At that job, the policy was that if you worked 4 hours of your shift and you took the second half of the day, that you could clock out and not return after your lunch. Like you could just leave. So at that time, I was working a new job. I had been out of work for like 6 months. I had took like some time off after working that job for so long. So when I returned to the workforce, I was working for a new company, and I asked a supervisor if I could do the same thing like my previous company, just to verify, because different companies do different stuff. This supervisor told me that I could. I left. When I came back the next day, I had an abandoned shift on my schedule. So basically, I had, attendance points that had accumulated. So I think at the time, it was like 6 points and you would get fired. I probably only had like a point and a half, and then I'm at 4.5 because it's 3 and 3 when abandon shift. So like, I'm like, oh, well, I'm inching on my way on out of here, right? So I send an email to, no, I talked to the supervisor who told me that I could go. She told me that she didn't remember telling me that the night before. Now, how she then got amnesia with that, I don't know. But I digress. So I talked to her supervisor, which is basically the center's director. And she tells me she gonna look into it, but never does. So time goes by. We have like a morale committee meeting. We're all sitting at the table. I bring it up to her again. In front of all of these people, she tells me that basically I was trying to get over on the company by taking an extra 30 minutes. If I wanted an extra 30 minutes, I should have taken the PTO that I needed the extra 30 minutes for. When in actuality, that was not the case. Had I needed to sit there for the 30 minutes, I would have. But I asked someone who I thought would have known the policy, and they told me that I could go. So all in all, it ended up getting resolved because I ended up going to the director's supervisor, and he ended up getting it cleared up, basically. But calling somebody a get over for 30 minutes of PTO, like, what is your problem? Weird.